Hello dear student, welcome back to Math of Grade 8, Chapter 2, Section 3, which is multiply algebraic expression, or we can call it multiply algebraic, or multiply binomial by binomial, or binomial by monomial, or binomial by trinomial. And also in this topic we have some basic things we need to know, which is the first thing is distributive property, like we study in chapter 2 section 2. So to solve question here we need to understand what is it distributive property. So now if I want to multiply the first number, what I'm going to do, first of all, the question say multiply, it's a multiply. So the first question, the only thing he says it's multiply, so I'm going to write x minus 5, then y plus 4. So if you take a look, the difference between this one and addition and subtracting algebraic expression, in addition and subtraction between these two we have adding and subtracting, but here we don't have anything, so that means it's already multiplication. So you need to multiply the first one to both number, then multiply the second one to both number. So how I'm going to do that? I'm going to say x times y, it's already x and y. Then x times 4, positive times positive, we need to multiply the sign also. Positive times positive, positive. X times 4, 4x. Then we have the second one. Now we're done with the first one. Then the second one, negative 5 and y, negative times positive, negative. 5 times y, 5y. Negative times positive, negative. 5 times 4, 20. So if you take a look, do I have like term? No, so that means it's a last answer. So we keep it like that and we leave it. That's it. Now the next question, let's solve another question, like question number 5. Let's do question number 5. It is m minus 2l times 2m plus 6. So in this case what I'm going to do, again I'm going to do this, use the same method, multiply the first one to the first, then to the second, then multiply the second one to the first and to the second one. Now I'm going to say m times 2m. 1 times 2 is 2. M power 1 times m power 1, it will be m power 2, because we already studied this one. When we multiply two bases, you need to add the power. We already explained this one in property of the power, and in chapter 2 section 2 also we explained it. Now then m times 6, it will be 6m. Then positive times positive, positive. 6 times m, or m times 6, 6m. Now I'm done with the m. Then I'm going to multiply the second one, which is negative 2l. Negative times positive, negative, that's the first thing. 2 times 2, 4. L times m, L, m. I'm going to write both of them. Then negative times positive, negative. 2 times 6, 12. Then I'm going to write L like itself. Do I have like term? No. This one is m, this one is m power 2, this one is lm, this one is only l. So there is no like term. So this one will be the simplest form. So I'm going to leave this one like that. That's how you're going to multiply binomial by binomial. That means 2 term by 2 term. But what if I have 2 term by 3 term? Like question number 7. What if I have 3x minus 1 times 2x power 2 minus 4x plus 5? So it's easy peasy. The same way that we multiply, we're going to multiply it also here. So I'm going to multiply 3x first to all of them, to the first one, to the second one, and to the third one. Then I'm going to multiply negative 1 to the first, to the second, then to the last one. Then now, let's multiply. So 3 times 2, it's already 6. X times x, so this x is power 1, this x is power 2, so it will be x power 3, because we already studied this one. When we multiply base of same letter with a different power, same base, we're going to keep the base and add the power. That's why it become 3. 3 times 4, then negative and positive. Take a look. Positive times negative, negative. 3 times 4, 12. X power 1 times x power 1, x power 2. Then 3 times 5, positive times positive first, don't forget. 3 times 5, 15. Then x, because we don't have x, so I'm going to write x like itself. Now we're going to the next one, which is negative 1. Negative 1 times this one, it's negative 2 x power 2. Negative 1 times negative, it will be positive. 1 times 4x, it's 4x. Negative times positive, negative. 1 times 5, 5. Now if we take a look to this one, do I have like term? Yes. What do we mean by like term? Do I have same power with the same variable? Yes. Negative 12x, negative 2 power x power 2, x power 2. Then 15x, 4x. So I need to combine those. How I'm going to do that? I'm going to rewrite 6x power 3 like itself. Negative 12x power 2 like itself. I'm not touching it because it's negative. I wrote negative. Then this one is power 2, this one is power 2. So I need to bring this one to here. This one is negative. So it will be negative 2x power 2. I don't change the sign of it. It's negative, so I wrote negative. Then what is the second one? It's positive 15x. So positive 15x, because we have positive in front of it. So I wrote positive in front of it. Then we have in front of the 4, I have positive. So I'm going to write positive. Why I wrote 15x and 4x beside each other? Because they are like term. Then negative 5 like itself. So just simplify 6x power 3 like itself. These two, they are same sign. What I'm going to do with the same sign, we said if you have negative and negative or positive and positive, we add in both of them. But this one, the answer will be in negative because both of them are negative. So this one will be negative 14x power 2. We cannot add the power because we already studied this one in adding and subtracting algebraic expression. Plus 15 plus 4, it's 19x. Do not change the power of the x in adding and subtracting. Then minus 5. This one will be the answer of this question. So that's how you're going to solve a question for when you have two number multiply 2 term by 3 term. Then we have another thing which is called perfect squares, or we can call them the special cases of product. So the special cases of the product, it's actually easy because this one is called perfect square. When we call something by perfect square, that means you have a bracket with a power 2. So you can do it by that the same way that we study, like we did here, like x plus 2 all power 2. You can make it 2 bracket x plus 2, x plus 2. We cannot change the sign because it's power 2, so that means I need to write exactly the same thing like itself because the bracket is power 2. So then I'm going to multiply the first one to the first, then to the second, then first and second. X times x, x power 2. X times 2, positive 2x. Then positive 2 times x, it will be 2x. Then 2 times 2, it will be 4. Do I have like term? Yes, these two. So it will be x power 2 plus 4x plus 4. So some people will do like this and they like this way, but also for this kind of question we have a fast way which is easier and you can do it immediately. which is, it is, let's say, same question, x plus 2 all power 2. Now if you take a look between the two terms that we have, what do we have? We have plus. So if you have plus, you're going to write two pluses. 1, 2. Then what do we have in the first term? X power 2. So I'm going to write x power 2. Then what do I have in the second one? It's 2. So 2 power 2. So 2 power 2. Then in the middle, what we should write? In the middle, you're going to write 2. This 2 is fixed for every example. When you have bracket power 2, you're going to write this 2. Then inside the bracket, what do you have? Just write down again. So it will be 2 times x. So now, the last answer of this one, it will be just simplify x power 2. 2 times 2, 4. Then write x plus 2 power 2, 4. So instead of multiplying and subtracting, adding, because many people will do mistaking on this step, so instead of this one, use this way, which is easier, because I'm going to use this one from now on. So what if I have negative? What if I have negative between them? Let's say I have x minus 4 all power 2. So how to open power 2? We already studied this one, because we said if it's positive, we're going to write two positives. Okay? But if it's negative, just write the first one negative, second one positive. For the bracket. If you have bracket power 2, bracket power 2. Always remember this one. The second one is always positive. So second one is always positive, and the first one is negative. The first term is x, so I'm going to write x power 2. Second term is 4, so write 4 power 2. In the middle, we said we already have 2. This 2 is fixed. We will not change it. It's for every single question, this 2 is there. Then inside the bracket, what do I have? I have 4, so write 2 times 4 times x. Then the answer will be x power 2 minus 2 times 4, 8x plus 60. So that's the answer of this question. Now let's solve for more complicated questions. Let's see, what if I have 3x plus 5 power 2, that's for positive. Let's solve for negative also. Let's say, what if I have 4y minus 3 all power 2? What is the difference between this one and this one? The difference between them is this one was only x, this one is 3x, this one is 4y. It's two letters. Again, it's the same thing. We said if it's plus, it will be plus and plus. So plus, plus. What is the first term? 3x. So I'm going to write 3x all power 2. You need to put it in bracket. Then, because it's two term, that means this power 2 is for x and also for the 3. Then 5 power 2. We already said the 2, which is we have, it's already fixed. It's for every single question, it will be already there. Then inside the bracket, what do I have? I have 5 and I have 3x. Now, just go and multiply. So 3 power 2. What 3 power 2 mean? It's mean 3 times 3, which is 9. Then x power 2, because this power is belong for the x and belong for the 3. So for the 3, it become 9, and for the x, it will stay. Then plus. 2 times 5, 10. 10 times 3, 30x. Then plus 25. That's how you're going to solve this question, which is done in 2 steps only. Now take a look to this one. Again, we have minus, yes. So I'm going to write minus plus. The first one is 4y all power 2. The second one is 3 power 2, because second term is power 2. So we said this 2 for every single question is fixed. So it's already there. Then inside the bracket, what do I have? I'm going to write them, but in what? In multiplication this time, without the sign. This one is negative. Do not say because it's negative I'm going to write -3. No need. You're going to write only 3. Then time is 4y. Now just multiply. This one, 4, we already said this power 2 is belong for 4y. For 4 power 2, it will be 60y power 2. This power 2 is only for the y. Then minus 2 times 3, 6. 6 times 4, 24y plus 9. That's how you're going to solve this kind of question, which is you have in your book. And also, the last thing that you have in this topic, and we will be done with it, is what if I have 2 brackets with exactly same letter, but the only difference between them is 1 plus and minus. So if you use the long way that we said, multiply this one to this, and this one to this, this one to this, and this one to this, it's your option. You can use it. So I'm going to use both of the way. 5y times 5y, it will be 25y power 2, because 1 and 1. That's the first thing. Second one, 5y times x, it will be positive 5yx. Then negative x times, we done without this one, so let's change the color. Negative x times 5y, so again it will be negative, oh still, okay, sorry. So it will be negative 5yx, or yx or xy, it's the same thing, you can change their places. Negative times positive, negative. X times x, x power 2. Didn't we study this one? We said if you have positive and negative with exactly the same thing, they will cancel. Yes, we studied this one. So this 2 will cancel. What's left? 25y power 2 minus x power 2. If you use it by the long way, that's the long way. But there is an easy way, which is 5y minus x and 5y plus x. Now, do I have exactly the same term or not? Yes. The only difference between them is what? The sign. If you have something like this, always say negative times positive is negative. Do I have 5y? 5y? Yes. So write 5y all power 2. Do I have x and x? Yes. So write x power 2. 5y power 2 is 25. Y power 2 minus x power 2. That's the fast way. Write the first term power 2, write the second term power 2. But between them it must be negative. And this one is called difference between two squares, which is we're going to study in the next topic. And that's all that we need to know in this topic, and I hope you enjoyed and understand it. So now the last thing that we're going to solve is this one. So x times x is x power 2. So do we have x power 2 in all of them? In this one we don't have x power 2, so this one is the wrong. Now let's write x power 2. Then x times 6, it's positive 6x. Then we're going to multiply the second one. Negative 2 times x, it will be negative 2x. Then negative 2 times 6, it will be negative 12. Do I have like term? Yes. So it will be x power 2 plus 4x, because we're going to subtract 6 minus 2, 4x, minus 12. Do I have this answer? Yes, I have it. Which is, without simplifying, actually, they put this one. Look here, B. It's the first step. 6x positive negative 2x minus 12 without simplifying. So sometimes they put the first one, sometimes they put second one, so be careful. And that's all. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next topic.